Surprise, it ain't cheap. Hey guys, MasakoX here. Today's video may be a little on the short side, but it is chock full of protein and filled with delicious facts. For years, we have marveled at Goku's appetite. How on earth could that Saiyan pack all that food in? And more importantly, how much does all that cost? I mean, the Briefs family are fine. I mean, they've got all the money in the world, so they can keep Vegeta well fed for years to come, pretty much until the day he dies, and probably then some for the wake. As for Goku, well, the fortune of the Ox King can only go so far. No wonder Chi-Chi's so desperate for Goku to get a job. And being a taste tester for Chi-Chi doesn't count. For the longest time, we could only guess how much this all cost. Obviously, we could imply that it's a lot, but thanks to a little clip we saw from Dragon Ball Super episode 43, we now have a much more accurate idea. In that episode, we saw a shot where it contained a list of certain foods and meats that Goku is supposed to get for the weekly shopping. Bread, pork, chicken, beef, lamb, and horse. I'm going to assume that the Son family don't need to buy vegetables because they grow their own. In fact, that seems to be their primary source of income. I'm also going to assume that the Son family grow their own rice for the same reasons. I'm pretty sure they have a couple of rice paddies out in all that land they have. So they're basically just stocking up on meat and bread. By using this list, we can now calculate much better than ever the true cost of feeding a Goku and his family for a week. How much does it take to keep a Saiyan full? And yes, I know that Chi-Chi and Goten live in the same house, but their appetites seem to be far less voracious than Goku's. True, Goten's a half Saiyan, but his appetite too is far less than his father's. So, let's take a look at the numbers. 10 kilos of bread, 35 kilos of pork, 30 kilos of chicken, 50 kilos of beef, 40 kilos of horse, and 30 kilos of lamb. That's a lot of meat. Not that I'm complaining, except for the horse bit. Based on a couple of sources, that means we can get a good average of prices, be it wholesale or trade. We get the following. I shall also include a full disclosure of my sources in the description. 10 kilos of bread costs £18. Fair enough, bread's pretty cheap. 30 kilograms of chicken costs about £6 per kilo. So if you times that by 30, you get £180. Lamb. This is where it gets expensive. From the source March House Farm, the average price per kilo for lamb is £14.16. 30 kilos of that stuff equals £424.80. Over 400 quid's worth of lamb, and we're not done yet. Next up, pork. 35 kilos of the stuff. At £12.15 per kilogram, that's £425.25. Just slightly more than the lamb. But when you get to the likes of beef and horse meat, that's where you're really spending the big bucks. At £17.22 per kilogram on average, 50 kilos of beef costs £861. The 40 kilograms of horse meat? Oh, that's a trifling £744 at £18.60 per kilo on average. So based on the totals that we got, it would cost the Son family in a week £2,653.05 just to keep their larders stocked. If you convert that to yen, that's 367,413 yen. But Masako, they don't have yen in Dragon Ball, so how does that work? Well, in the super exciting guide from 2009, Toriyama confirmed that a yen and a zeni are pretty much the same in value. We can just take the yen and replace it with zeni. So that's 367,413 zeni. Now, if that sum is really for 1 week's worth of shopping, then the yearly budget for Chi-Chi to get her teeth stuck into is over 19 million zeni. Or, to be exact, 19,105,476 for 1 year. Even if that shop was to last them a whole month, that's still 4.4 million zeni that they're spending on meat and bread. It's a good thing they have friends in high places to dole them out 100 million zeni every time. I mean, even then that would only keep them going for 5 years. Yes, I know that this little bit of trivial knowledge is really insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but when I found this out and did some calculations, I just thought it would be a little bit of fun to share with you guys. And Chi-Chi wasn't making up the fact that they are in dire straits and they need some extra cash. And Goku, yeah, you really should get a job. Take this information as you will. So what do you guys think? Are you shocked by these values? Do you think Goku needs to get a job after all? Does it even matter? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Until the next one, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later.